This is the Mariners POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Seattle Mariners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Some feels different. Something feels different about this team, man. JP! JP!
I mean,
let's go!
Yeah, and by the way, guys, just ignore everything on the side there because everything changed.
Yeah.
Everything changed, and we weren't going to waste any of your time adjusting anything or getting.
We're reacting. This is your Mariners POSTCAST. Anderson Hurst, Christopher Crawford. JP's walk you guys off! Let's go! Sorry if I'm waking up my entire building here. I apologize, but come on! MacMan, yes! The real unsung hero is Christopher Crawford conceiving JP Crawford.
Sorry, JP. Sorry, JP and JP's mom for giving that image in any way.
But like, come on, man. Like, a dude who has been struggling mightily for the past month plus. Both sides of the ball, offense and defense, comes through in a massive moment. A massive moment. The Mariners, they clinch at least a split against Texas. I don't think a sweep is out of the question at this point. Nope. I think the deadline acquisitions, the vibes going on right now. I was there yesterday. I'm glad to be back with you guys today. Really appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. JP, I almost swore Crawford.
Yeah.
JP, I almost swore Crawford. My God. Yeah. What a moment. This team kind of need. So I am kind of still processing everything. We went earlier a little quicker than we normally do.
Yeah.
But this team kind of needed one of those moments. It feels like it's been a while since one of those like big, like, okay, season defining moments with these guys. Yes, you had a great win last night. It kind of feels like you've kind of, 1-2, lost 2, 1-1, lost 1 sort of thing for a while now. I think something special is about to happen, at least in terms of this offense. But Chris Crawford, I was ready to ask why did the Mariners lose this game, but just go.
What a dumb, beautiful sport baseball is, right? Because I was getting ready to not scream and yell because there was nothing to really scream and yell about, just to be so frustrated by this game, right? Yeah. Because a bunch of you have brought it up. I mentioned it on social media a few times. If fair territory was about 15 feet wider each side, not even 15 feet, about 5 feet, the Mariners score 163 runs tonight. And we're talking about what an amazing offensive effort. But they got so many pitches down the middle of the freaking plate tonight that they did nothing with. And everyone is guilty of it. Every single one, including the hero tonight.
Yeah.
Who had one of the worst at-bats of the year in the second inning. But it doesn't matter. And these are the type of games you win when special things happen. These are the type of games that you look back on. Folks, we will look back on some losses this year that are just unexcusable, right?
Yeah.
But then you're going to look back on a game like this. You're going to look back on a game like this and say, man, you're either going to say this should have been the start of something special or this was the start of something special. It's one of the two. It is absolutely one of the two. And golly, just, it was actually a really good game. Like if you were
really good game
party watching this game, you would have come away impressed, even though you would have said, boy, the Seattle Mariners should have scored a lot more runs tonight. But they didn't. And it didn't matter. They scored 4. 4 is enough. 4 is enough because of Logan Gilbert. 4 is enough because the bullpen was outstanding. Oh, this is a big win. The difference between winning this game and losing this game is so much more than just one on each side, right?
Yeah.
It's so much more. And just real quick, huge to win this game when you got to face Jacob frickin' deGrom tomorrow too. Huge to win this game because that guy's good. That guy's good. And you can beat him. You
You have Luis Effin Castillo, not Luis F. Castillo. You have Luis Effin Castillo going on the mound tomorrow.
I just love this. I love this, and man, I cannot wait to call.
Oh yeah, it is Merrill Kelly tomorrow, by the way.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, they swapped it. It's going to be Merrill Kelly tomorrow.
Why did they do that to me? Like, that's happened to me like 4 times on the show. It's really mean. It's really mean. You should be, once you set your starter, if he's not hurt, he should be stuck to be the starter, right?
Yeah.
But that's good, big too. Merrill Kelly's a really good pitcher. He'll be motivated in his first game. I cannot wait to call my grandma tonight and talk to her about this game, because she will definitely, even at the age of 95, be up and ready to talk about JP frickin' Crawford.
I just can't get this image out of my head that further down the road, I don't know how long down the road, we're going to look back at this game and remember it. Like, honestly, I don't know. I've gone through a lot of emotions the last 48 hours, to be completely honest. I went to yesterday's game. I watched Gino get absolutely just a perfect ovation from the crowd. It was so great to see him back. I think he officially is my new favorite Mariner of all time, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Totally fair.
Yeah, and you can tell what a difference he makes with these guys. Like, there's a new energy in this clubhouse right now. And it's a really good one. And you're not going to win every game, but these are the types of games that make it feel like there's something special brewing with this Mariners baseball team.
It's a really fun team. It's a really fun team that is frustrated the ever-loving crap out of me at times. And tonight included. Tonight included. There were some really frustrating moments. The third inning is one of my least favorite innings of the year. The third inning is one of my absolute least favorite moments of the season. And, you know, it comes after a bottom of the second that wasn't exactly the best either. You know, that wasn't a whole lot of fun to just get the one run in that situation.
Yeah.
But there is something special. And you know what? We got to give some credit to Dan Wilson here too. You have to give some credit to Dan Wilson too, because the vibes just feel great. And we have to give credit to Jerry DiPoto and Justin Hollander for making the deals to help here too, right? Yeah. We have to give credit to those guys. There is something special about this team. Now, was I prepared to go the opposite way here for a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's what's different. Like, not many teams in today's MLB come out with a win that the Mariners did. What a day of baseball, by the way. If you look at all the teams that came back from just
thank you, Roman Anthony.
Yes. Thank you, Roman Anthony. Thank you, Augustin Ramirez in Miami.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Who's the one that did it in Colorado? Bretton Doyle.
Game is still one of the most bonkers games I've seen all year. Like, and by the way, I have to give a quick shout out to my buddy Matthew Poliot for not assigning me that game for Roto World, because
17-16.
I would be dead. I would be dead. I covered Anders yesterday. I wrote up 60 transactions, and then I did another 40 today because of all the stuff. The Minnesota Twins called up 8 players today. I had to do all of that. I am exhausted. Everyone here knows that I did not go to bed the night before that. And I didn't get exactly a ton of sleep tonight either. So I'm so glad that my emotional side is going this way, because I might have said some irresponsible things. Let's talk about Logan Gilbert real quick.
Yeah, let's start with the start. Logan Gilbert, I was extremely frustrated during one inning and extremely impressed during the other 4 innings.
Yes.
Which is exactly what Logan Gilbert has done to me all freaking year long, man.
And the only thing I'll push back on is so much of that damage in the third inning is not on Logan Gilbert. First of all, Jock Peterson struck out in that at bat. He absolutely struck out in that at bat. Now, he still hits him. Don't hit Jock Peterson, who is now 1 for 25 against the Seattle Mariners. Then Dom Canzone, who comes up huge in the 9th inning, and we'll talk about it. That defense is something. That's adventure is the nice way to put it. That costs them a run. Then that ground ball to Josh Naylor, okay? And he makes a nice little, he shows that the triple Bs can make leaping plays. He also makes an atrocious throw to second base. They had him. Logan Gilbert should have been out of that inning with 1 run. Should have been out of that inning with run. Having said that, when you're coming off the start that you had last time against the Angels, where you have the 4-run outburst as well, it's a little easier to look at that a little more critically, right? Like it being like, what's going on? Why are these big innings happening? The big inning against the Angels was mostly his fault. Some of it umpiring, but most of it his fault. I thought most of the damage tonight was about the defense. And I will say this, let's not forget the start before that was 6 1/3 innings of shutout baseball and 10 strikeouts, right? I think the stuff looks great. Did you hear Goldsmith talking about
I didn't have the sound on today.
Okay, so Goldsmith talked about him talking to Gilbert about why he hasn't been able to go deep into games, right?
Yeah.
And he said some of that has to do with the fact that he just doesn't have a ground ball out pitch, right? He doesn't have that type of pitch. It's all swing and miss stuff. But what was impressive tonight, I actually saw that ground ball out pitch. There was so much weak contact against Logan Gilbert tonight. Now, there was some hard contact too. The one bad pitch he throws is to double to Marcus Semien, right? Randy Arozarena doesn't make exactly the greatest effort in the gap as well. But yeah, I want Logan Gilbert to avoid more of these big innings. I will say though, because, I went back and rewatched it because I was like, am I just being a Logan Gilbert apologist here? No, there were some good pitches made there, and just the defense behind him has to be better. Fortunately, thank God, it doesn't matter because you get this win.
Yeah, you get the win. But we are starting with the start. I just feel like maybe I have to recenter my expectations for Logan Gilbert, because
that's probably fair.
In my eyes, he's the ace, and I expect him to shove more often than not. And when you go through his earned runs, I'm not even looking at innings pitched, but 3, 4, 0, 0, 4, 1, 4, 4, 2, 0, 2, 1. It's
too many fours.
Yeah.
Way too many fours.
Yeah. And it's just, that's for almost any other pitcher, that's a good line of starts, right? But for him, I just expect more.
Higher expectation.
Yeah, and especially given the fact that, A, this team's built on their pitching, and they are getting value from other starting pitchers, but it's not to the ceiling that Logan Gilbert has, right? It's not to the point where he can be that guy. He can be a top 5 Cy Young voting guy, and he hasn't been that this year. And a lot of it's outcomes, a lot of it's luck involved.
Sure.
And I'm assuming like this just screams to me that he's going to round into form at the most perfect time of the season, whether it's kind of come towards, the end of September when you absolutely need him to shove, he's going to do it. And then hopefully come playoff time, he's going to do the same thing. But yeah, it's just something where maybe it's a similar thing to Julio earlier in the season. I have to recenter my expectations for him, because when he has a 6 innings, 3 earned runs, 5 hits, 7 Ks, no walks, I almost feel a little disappointed.
Yeah. And that's fair. My whole thing though tonight is this should have been 6 innings of 1-run baseball with 7 strikeouts.
No, that's fair.
If your defense was better today, that's the line you pick up.
Yeah.
Having said that, we should have expectations where Logan Gilbert gets out of those jams by missing more bats.
Yes.
As people have pointed out, he has like a 13.9 strikeout ratio this year in over 9 innings, which is fantastic. Logan Gilbert's really good, but I kind of understand being like, hey, I want more of those. And I'd like to start seeing him get into the 7th inning. I'd love to start seeing him getting through 7 innings too. He's still only gone through 7 innings one time, and it was the first start of the year.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. That's so weird to me. I'm just looking at his log now. You're 100% right. Yeah. It's a lot of 5, 5.2, 4.2, like 5, 5.1, 4.2. Like he's not going the 6+ that we're expecting from him. Yeah. Which, and again, like that's something that maybe we just need to recenter our expectations. But, if that's the biggest complaint we have about today's game,
right,
let's get back onto the positive side. Because like this offense, while looking iffy, and honestly, I was about to go into 2 half innings were the difference in this game before the walk-off. Obviously, it's the bottom of the 2nd and the top of the 3rd. Because the bottom of the 2nd, you have Jack Leiter. Oh, yeah, it is Jack Leiter. Sorry. I get him and his dad mixed up all the time. You have him on the ropes, and you get 1 run out of it. and that's a little disappointing. So we can go over that if you want to. And then you basically kind of went over the top of the third with Logan giving up 3 runs there. So
yeah,
other than that, he was great tonight. His stuff looked great. His confidence looked great.
Yeah.
I just want to see him battle a little bit more. Sure. And it just, when you need that big pitch, get that, right?
Yeah.
And you know, you've got some things that have go wrong, whether it's a bad call, whether it's a bad defensive play, stuff that you can't control.
Right.
Doesn't matter. You're the guy. You need to get us out of this. We're trusting you.
And real quick, before we 5-hour energy it up.
Yes.
I did not like the decision by Dan Wilson to bring the infield in there either. Like I give credit to Dan Wilson there. I think that was a mistake. I don't know if there's a hit on that play anyway. You know, you pitch differently with the infield in than
that's fair.
What happens, but that was another thing that I wasn't exactly a huge fan of tonight.
Why not?
It's too early. It's too early, right? Like, and you know, with this lineup now, I think you got to play more for bigger innings, right? Like, it's okay to give up a run there. It's okay to make it a 1-1 game there. I'm okay with that, right? Like, that's just a little too early, in my humble estimation, to bring that infield in.
All right. I think that's fair. I would probably agree with you on that one as well. Let's give some love to 5-hour energy, then we'll get into the positives and talk about this offense. Sound good?
Awesome. Yeah.
Time to fuel up and turn up with 5-hour energy transfusion. It brings the bold grape, ginger, and lime flavor of your favorite golf drink minus the alcohol into a quick, energizing shot. Whether you're sinking birdies or making memories with friends, this one's a hole-in-one for your energy game.
Let's be honest, some days on the course or off it, you just need that extra boost to stay sharp and energized. Boy, oh boy, has that been me over the last 2 games. But when I'm on the course too, Anders, like, you need that energy to like feel like you can pull off that great shot. You need that energy so you can feel like you can talk trash to the people who are on the course with you.
Mediocre shot for me. But yeah.
Well, that's also me. Like, just making contact and not burning the golf course with worm burners is always a positive for me. But 5-hour energy definitely helps me stay in the game.
Yeah. If you go to 5hourenergy.com today, that is the number 5hourenergy.com. You can use my promo code LOCKEDONGolf to receive 20% off your first order. This offer is only valid until September 30th on one order and cannot be used with other promotions. This code is not good on subscription orders. Golf is about good times, good people, and good flavors, of course. The grape, ginger, lime flavor gives you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without chasing down the bev cart. Whether you're meeting up with friends or trying to turn 18 holes into 36, gosh, I know how that works. Get the energizing boost you need to power through. Order transfusion-flavored 5-hour energy shots today.
Anders, you know how I know I haven't done anything in a while? This
Why?
is the last shirt that I have, and it says Uncle Fufu on it. I don't know if you can see that. Uncle Fufu.
Oh, yeah.
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 This shirt's from 2018 because I have no other clean clothes. I just haven't had time to do any laundry. I haven't had time.
You're a busy man during deadline time. You really are.
It's crazy. So the offense, right? And I'm sorry to steal your transition.
Let's jump right into the 9th inning. Honestly, let's go right to it.
Sure. So the big thing here, I think, obviously, is Dom Canzone getting on, right? Like
100%. I don't think that should be lost.
No, the obviously the biggest thing is JP Crawford hitting the walk-off. But that walk-off doesn't happen unless you get a runner on first base. And so that first pitch to Dom Canzone, he's swinging. He is swinging. And I'm like, uh-oh. This is going to be one of those at-bats like you see against Brian Abreu.
Yeah.
He does a great job lining that single. His improvement against lefties, I still think he's a platoon player. Don't get that wrong. And if Victor Robles is healthy, and by the way, he was sprinting in the game today. He was racing against Ryan Bliss. It was very funny.
Who's faster, by the way?
I think Bliss has got him. Bliss has got him. That's more a compliment to Bliss than insult to Robles.
Yeah.
When Victor Robles is healthy, I want him in the outfield more often than Canzone. But what I have seen from Canzone in terms of improving, especially against Southpaws, I don't think it could be overstated. It's huge that he is not just This is not Luke Raley. This is not Luke Raley against Southpaws when there's no shot. There is the ability to make that hard contact. And, it's interesting. You saw the Rangers bullpen today. They're vastly improved. Danny Colombe. I wanted him
really good.
so badly for the Seattle Mariners. And I love Caleb Turd Ferguson. I think he's going to be a really nice option, and he did a really nice job for them.
Would you have rather had Colombe?
Yes. He's just a little bit of a different breed, and I feel a little more confident in him getting right-handers out than left-handers.
Yes, that's the thing for me. I think actually Ferguson's better against lefties, but Colombe is more of a platoon neutral guy.
I would have gotten both. I would have gone and gotten both, and hindsight with the Trent Thornton injury, by the way, get well, Trent. That sucks. That sucks. And it just is such a bummer after that ending of that great game. But back to the ninth, you get that line single, and JP Crawford was playing an atrocious freaking baseball game. His at bat in the second inning with the bases loaded was unacceptable. It was awful and a huge moment in the game. You have a chance to break this open, and the Mariners had so many middle pitches that they did nothing with today.
Not just him either.
Not just him. Julio had a horrible day at the plate today, and he got 2 pitches. One of them, he flies out to the warning track, and then one of them, it goes foul by again, the foul territory was not the Mariners' friend today. It goes foul by just a little bit. You got to keep that fair, right? That has to be a fair ball. Eugenio Suarez missed some balls down the middle of the plate. Big Dumper missed some balls down the middle of the plate today. But JP Crawford didn't miss that one.
Nope.
He didn't miss that one at all. And the big thing here is not just the homer to win the game, right? The big thing here is that it's one of your leaders who has been really struggling who gets that, right? I don't think you can overstate how big it is to have a struggling player who is considered one of the big people in that clubhouse hit a home run like that, how much that's going to energize that team. Did you see Cal Raleigh after the game just sprint out there with the bucket, just sprinted and had a S-eating grin on his face, ready to just dump that dude, right? Big Dumper wanted to dump, right? And it was so special. It's special. Any walk-off homer is great. Obvious point is obvious. But when it's a guy who's been struggling, in particular lately against left-handed pitching, who has played a horrible game before that, to get that home run, it's huge.
It's a guy that you need to play well for the rest of the season.
100%.
You
do not have a backup.
You have no other choice.
None.
You have no other choice.
You know who your other option is? Dylan Moore.
Oh, God. Don't even remind me. Miles Money can play short, right?
It wouldn't go great, but he could, You know who probably your best shortstop is right now, by the way? Ben Williamson. Defensively, for sure.
Has he played short before?
No, but I'll tell you right now, he definitely can do it, right? There's no doubt in my mind that he can. Cole could play short. You would just,
his arm's not good.
You would have when speaking of golf, when you have a bunch of divots all in one place, you'd have a divot in front of first base from all the balls that bounced in that spot. Right?
Like when you're doing the practice shots, yes.
Yes. There would be an actual, does Rawlings sponsor this? No, it's just there's that many indents from it because he just doesn't have a strong enough throwing arm, right? It just isn't there. It's you have to have JP Crawford succeed. You have to have JP Crawford succeed. So getting that from that guy at that time, considering how many mistakes, the reason I titled this Missed Mistakes was because I was going to count how many middle pitches the Mariners did not do anything with tonight. Just didn't. Even Cole Young, who had one of my favorite at bats this year, right?
The
a 12-pitch walk.
Yeah.
He gets a pitch middle that he fouls off, right? Yeah. It's still a good at bat. It could have been an even better at bat.
Mm-hmm.
And this sounds like I'm complaining about this. No, I'm ecstatic that didn't matter. It didn't matter that you made those mistakes because a player who has come through in the clutch big time for the Seattle Mariners did it again and had easily his biggest hit of 2025. It's not even close.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the biggest hit of his career.
I think it's up there. I would say that the biggest hit of his career is technically not a hit. Well, it is technically a hit. It's the 3-run double against Toronto in game 2 because
wait, wasn't that Adam Frazier?
No, Frazier hits the double that scores Big Dumper, but the one that actually ties the game that Bo Bichette and George Springer collide was that little pop-up.
Frazier. So, maybe I'm wrong. Okay.
No, you're 100% wrong. Okay, you know why I know this, by the way? And I didn't mean that to be nearly as mean.
Jesus. All right. You're 100% wrong.
You're 100% wrong. I just was watching that game because Adam Frazier owns the Toronto Blue Jays. He homered off of them today. That's why I remember that so very, very
love
well.
that. I love that. Well, just like I was again, I'm gonna keep pointing it out. I was there yesterday. And something I really noticed was yes, there's the overwhelming, I'm gonna keep saying vibes after Gino kind of returning to the clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
It has an effect on everyone, right? Especially someone who has been in with a lot of these players before. The person that I saw it affect the most was JP Crawford.
Yeah.
Honestly. You saw it I think it was maybe the first or second inning yesterday when Gino made a play and it was right next to JP. I honestly can't remember specifically what it was, but JP looks at him and they start smiling and laughing at each other as they're walking back into the a dugout to go get ready to hit again. And it's just like, oh, okay. Like this stuff matters, man. It matters to be with someone that you enjoy being with, that you have been with before, you've won with before. Like these things matter, and it's make it matter more. Make it matter more. That's all I'm gonna keep saying. Yeah. Who's your unsung hero for today? There's a lot of options.
Ooh, this is a tough one. I'm going to go with Gabe Spire. I thought the job that Gabe Spire did in relief today was fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that I have to go with Spire.
You could throw Pizzardo in there too.
You could throw Pizzardo in there as well. Matt Brash does a solid job getting through that. Kind of was surprised that Matt Brash didn't go back out there for another inning after I think he threw like 3 pitches to get those 2 outs. But Pizzardo was great, and it keeps you in the game. But I thought Gabe Spire in a situation where the game was, you had to keep Texas from scoring more runs, right? Yeah. You just had to keep Texas from scoring more runs. I thought that Gabe Spire was absolutely fantastic, and I'm feeling so much more confident having him face right-handed hitters right now.
Gosh, I am trying to think. A shout for unsung hero is Eugenio Suarez because he singles and then he's the one who scores the one run in the bottom of the second inning. But I'm going to give it to Cole Young because, dude, 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Yeah. Doesn't look like a ton, but he gets an RBI. One of those walks is with the bases loaded.
Sure.
So like a massive at bat where it's like any 21-year-old is going to be swinging out of their shoes at that point in time. He's starting to get back on that train. Remember, like for a while it was like, okay, he's slowly getting better and better and better. And then he went through a little cold stretch for a couple weeks right before the deadline. And then it seems like it's obviously yesterday's big game. And then today just adds on to that. I'm honestly almost more impressed with today's game than yesterday because like those are at bats that normal 21-year-olds don't have. Honestly.
Yeah.
And they're in huge moments.
Yeah, I think that's a really good call. By the way, another quick shout out, Josh Naylor, getting that big RBI down the line to get that run in that situation after, unfortunately, Julio doesn't come through in that situation.
That's in the 5th inning,
Getting that game to a 3-2 game, drawing that walk, keeping the lineup going. I thought he played a really nice game. He still looks miserable, and I love it. I love that Josh Naylor, by the way, I haven't seen anyone call him that yet, but if anyone hasn't stolen the nickname Big Grumper, that's what I'm going to go with for Josh.
I like that. No, it's like, so little peek behind the curtain. I went to the game yesterday, not just as a fan, but I went covering for the media as well for KJR.
That's right.
So I was there during the interviews with Gino Suarez and Josh Naylor. honestly could not be two totally different guys, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's perfect for this team. Because
Yeah.
I think they need both of them. I really honestly think they need both of them. They need just the grinding, competitive kind of a-hole that Josh Naylor is.
Dirtbag.
But they also need the good vibes only of Gino. And
no question.
And it's like it works so well. One's righty, one's lefty. One's at third base, one's at first base. They're at opposite ends of they played with each other earlier this year. It's a perfect dichotomy with these guys. But honestly, hearing him talk about hitting, and I work with Bucky Jacobson. I did the morning show today. He's just kind of a nerd for hitting, which is like I'm a nerd for like stats and like a little more into the deeper numbers and stuff. Bucky Jacobson, my guy, is a nerd for talking hitting. And I told him just listen to the entire Josh Naylor interview because you will love it. And he absolutely took it all in. But I'm telling you, man, like having that type of personality on your team is so helpful. I'm going to say, like I said at the beginning of this episode today, like I'm feeling something special with this group. I honestly am. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's me being really optimistic after a really good trade deadline.
No.
Maybe it's me just having wishful thinking after living through 27 years of grossness and then 1 year of okay.
Sure.
But like the personalities plus the ability, like it's cool to have a fun team, but it's cooler to have a fun team that's good at baseball. And I think you have that.
Yeah, I don't disagree at all. I don't disagree. Like there are just so many good personalities on this team, right?
Yeah.
Like Randy. You have to love Randy.
Yes.
Julio and that infectious smile. And then you have Dom Canzone and you have Josh Naylor, who just looks like Grumpy Cat, man. And like even when did you see? You probably didn't because you were at the game. But when Cole Young hits that home run, Josh Naylor's just like,
okay.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, it's going to take a lot to impress this guy. It's going to take a lot to break through.
But then in the big moments,
Yeah.
God, one of my favorite moments of last year's playoffs is the baby.
Oh,
thing
yeah.
When he hits the home run against the Yankees.
He cares.
Dude is intense.
He cares, man. He cares. JP, super likable as long as we're not talking about whether or not the earth is flat. The catcher is obviously, and then all five of these starters are fun dudes too, man. You have built a collection of talented baseball players and also eclectic, interesting, but caring players. There's not a single Mariner that I could question whether or not they give a crap about. Not a single one. And that's fun. That's fun. It stinks that they weren't a little more consistent at the beginning of the year because we're talking about this team having a chance to win the American League. They still got a chance to win it, but being that number one seed, we could be talking about that because it is that talented. There is no team in the American League that is more talented than the Seattle Mariners. I'll just say that right now. Yep. And there's no group of better dudes either. So that's an excellent combination. And I hate this ownership group. I hate it. But I love pretty much everything else about this team right now.
Just enjoy it, guys. Because there's someone for everyone to love. Whether you're love Randy's antics of throwing 50 baseballs into the crowd every single game. I love that.
It's fun, man.
He knows why it's fun for these fans.
Yeah.
Whether it's Julio, just no matter what he's going through, always being happy for his teammates.
Yeah.
Always thinking about the team, not himself. I love that about him.
Beautiful.
Whether it's Cal, just nothing, but then just dumps a home run and he's having an MVP season. Whether it's Gino's good vibes only, whether it's Josh Naylor's just ultra competitiveness, there's something for everyone, man. And these guys are so fun to root for. I'm having a really good time as a Mariner fan right now, and I'm just going to enjoy it. Do you have any last words before we get out of here? I know we've gone a little bit long.
No, I mean, if there's ever an excuse to go,
is this win of the year? Is this the win of the year?
Yes, this is the win of the year. This is the win of the year, and it's, it's. By the way, you are now 9-2 against Texas. 9-2 against Texas, and gosh, this is fun.
Enjoy it, guys. Let's keep it rolling. I really think we might have something special here. So let's keep our heads down. Love having you guys come hang out with us. Over 600 people in the chat. Please like the video if you haven't already. Really helps us out a lot. We'll have it up on podcast very momentarily right after we finish this episode. Please check out any Ty and Colby episode if you want any more breakdowns on the trade deadline, whether it's Mariners getting Suarez, whether it's other teams and how they compare to the Mariners. They did an awesome job earlier this week. We'll be with you guys tomorrow, 1:10 first pitch earlier in the day, which is kind of weird for a Saturday game, but yeah, it's all right. We got Luis Castillo versus the new Ranger Merrill Kelly. I think personally we have the pitching edge.
I would too. Kelly's a good one. Kelly's a solid one. They needed to get an improvement in the back end of that rotation. They really needed to get a closer.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's enjoy this Mariners series. Let's enjoy this Mariners season. Let's just enjoy this Mariners baseball team because they're a ton of fun right now. Let's keep it rolling. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Really appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
Uncle Fufu.
Uncle Fufu says good night.
Good night.